20 years of love, loyalty, and survival gone just like that? Imagine holding down your partner through prison bids, public scandals, and every messy headline, only for him to sit in front of the cameras and say, "I don't even know where we stand." Excuse me, what? Did Mendeecees Harris just admit the fairy tale with Yandy Smith might be over? Fans are losing their minds, blogs are exploding, and the so-called power couple of love and hip-hop suddenly looks like a crumbling empire. So the question is, was this honesty or the ultimate betrayal? Let's rewind for a second, because this isn't just a random couple having issues. We're talking about Mendeecees Harris and Yandy Smith, the so-called power couple of love and hip-hop. For 2 decades, they've built this picture-perfect empire. Family photos, reality TV moments, interviews where they swore loyalty until the end. But if you think the highlight reels tell the whole truth, think again. Behind the gloss, the cracks have been there all along, waiting for the cameras to catch the perfect slip. And guess what? That moment just arrived. Remember, this is the same Yandy who stood by Mendeecees while he was locked up, raising kids alone, carrying the family on her back like a soldier. Social media labeled her the definition of ride or die. But now, that ride is bumpy, and that die-hard loyalty suddenly feels like it's on life support. Mendeecees sat in a lounge, right across from Scrappy and Carly Red, and with one sentence managed to send the internet into meltdown. Honestly, I can't even say where we're at right now. Pause right there. 20 years together, and the best he can do is, I don't know. That wasn't a slip of the tongue. That was a bombshell dressed up as casual honesty. And the silence that followed? Heavier than a prison door slamming shut. Scrappy looked like he'd seen a ghost. Carly's jaw practically hit the floor. And fans? Oh, fans didn't just react, they rioted on the timeline. But let's be real. Should we even be surprised? Because this isn't the first time trouble has been brewing in paradise. Think back, public rumors of infidelity, whispers of financial stress, late-night arguments that somehow always found their way onto gossip blogs. Yandy has always been the public defender of their brand, insisting everything was just fine. But Mendeecees? He's been quieter, colder, leaving just enough room for speculation to grow wild. And now he's basically confirmed what everyone suspected. The fairy tale ain't so shiny anymore. What makes this so explosive is the timing. Love and hip-hop thrives on drama, but this wasn't some staged storyline. This was raw, unscripted honesty, caught on camera when no one expected it. And that's what makes it dangerous. Because honesty might work in private, but when you're a reality TV couple with millions of fans invested in your happily ever after, honesty is dynamite. And Mendeecees just lit the match. Inside that lounge, the vibe shifted instantly. Scrappy tried to laugh it off, tossing little jokes to break the tension. Carly scrolled on her phone, pretending not to listen, but her ears were on high alert. And Mendeecees? He leaned back, looking like a man carrying 20 years of stress on his shoulders. Every word he spoke was a confession in disguise about the sleepless nights, the arguments, the weight of keeping up appearances. And right when everyone thought he might backtrack, he doubled down. It's complicated. People think love alone keep you together, but it's work. It's sacrifice. It's patience. Sometimes it feels like one person giving more than the other. Sometimes it feels like the love get lost in the chaos. Boom. That was it. The nail in the coffin, or maybe the start of a resurrection, depending on how you spin it. Either way, the internet had its headline. And while the cameras rolled, the entire hip-hop world held its breath. But the real storm? Oh, that came when the clip leaked online. One burning question caught fire everywhere. The clip went from a quiet lounge moment to a full-blown digital wildfire. Within minutes, it was trending on Twitter, Instagram stories were flooded with reposts, and TikTok had already chopped it into bite-sized edits with captions like, "Yandy deserves better," and 20 years down the drain? Fans didn't just watch, they dissected. Every pause, every sigh, every flicker in Mendeecees' eyes was treated like evidence in the trial of the century. One viral comment summed it up best. He didn't even deny it. That's a breakup speech in disguise. Another fan posted a crying emoji storm with the caption, "Not my love," and hip-hop parents divorcing on live TV. The internet wasn't just buzzing, it was screaming. And where there's smoke, there's gossip blogs ready to fan the flames. Within hours, fake, exclusive leaks started surfacing. One so-called anonymous insider claimed they'd seen text messages between Mendeecees and a mystery woman, screenshots conveniently blurred just enough to leave everyone guessing. Another blog swore Yandy had already spoken to a divorce lawyer, dropping the bomb that papers were being drafted. Did anyone fact-check? Of course not. Because in the world of celebrity scandals, the rumor is the truth until proven otherwise. Then came the investigative reports. One blog dug up receipts from a supposed lavish night out where Mendeecees allegedly dropped $15,000 on bottle service while Yandy was at home with the kids. Another claimed Yandy was quietly investing in her own production company, just in case she had to stand alone. None of it was confirmed, but did that stop the headlines? Nope. Screenshots of fake invoices, blurry photos of mystery dates, and even audio clips of someone who kind of sounded like Mendeecees started circulating like wildfire. The funniest, and here's the kicker, one gossip site dropped what they called the ultimate leak, a supposed voice note of Mendeecees telling a friend, "I'm tired, man." Loyalty ain't love. Was it real? Probably not. But did it matter? Absolutely not. The clip spread like gospel, with fans repeating the line as if it was scripture. By now, the question wasn't just, are Yandy and Mendeecees breaking up? It was, how much worse is this going to get? Because the online chaos was only heating up, and the pressure was about to spill into the real world. The online storm was brutal, but the real fallout hit harder than anyone expected. What started as a confession in a lounge spiraled into full-scale crisis mode. Family dinners turned into battlegrounds. Cousins and siblings picked sides like it was a championship game. Some accused Mendeecees of humiliating Yandy after 2 decades of loyalty, while others defended him, saying he had every right to admit the truth. One explosive dinner reportedly ended with plates slammed on the table and relatives storming out, screaming, "You made her look weak." But the drama didn't stop at family feuds, it caught the eye of producers and, shockingly, lawyers. Insiders claimed Love and hip-hop executives were thrilled, calling it ratings gold, but privately, Yandy wasn't laughing. Word spread that she had consulted with her attorneys, not for divorce just yet, but for protection of brand and assets. Translation? She wasn't about to let 20 years of sweat equity turn into a free-for-all storyline that left her broke. And then came the whispers of legal trouble. Fake court documents started popping up online, claiming there were financial irregularities tied to Mendeecees' businesses. Some gossip blogs screamed that federal investigators were sniffing around, curious whether his lavish lifestyle was really funded by legit means. Was it true? No one knew. But fans didn't care. Screenshots of imaginary subpoenas and leaked files trended for days. One Twitter user wrote, "First the marriage, now the money? This man is cooked." The narrative had shifted from romance drama to potential scandal. Meanwhile, Yandy's silence was deafening. Every time she posted a cryptic quote or a no-caption selfie, the comments exploded. "Blink twice if you're leaving him," one fan begged. Others begged her to write a book or expose the truth. Even her silence had become content. And the pressure only mounted when a rumor surfaced that VH1 was already planning a spin-off series centered on Yandy's next chapter. If that's true, then maybe the fairy tale ending was never part of the script, it was just business. Scrappy, ever the middleman, tried to mediate, but even he admitted in a podcast interview, "This ain't TV no more, bro. This real-life pain." Carly, on the other hand, leaned into the spotlight, retelling the lounge confession at every chance she got, milking the chaos for clicks. And fans? They were hooked. They weren't just watching a breakup, they were watching an empire collapse in real time. By now, the question wasn't just about Yandy and Mendeecees' love. It was about survival. Could they withstand the pressure of 20 years unraveling in front of millions? Or had the cameras finally done what no scandal, no prison bid, and no rumor mill could rip the foundation apart? And then came the cliffhanger no one saw coming. Late one night, an unverified blog dropped an exclusive tip claiming Yandy had been spotted meeting with a mystery man at a hotel in Midtown. The photos were grainy, the angle terrible, but the headline screamed betrayal. Yandy moves on? Fans went feral. Was it a business meeting? A setup? Or was Yandy finally ready to flip the script after years of sacrifice? The truth? Still unknown. But one thing is certain, the fairy tale is shattered, the family is fractured, and the next chapter is going to be explosive. Because when love, loyalty, and legacy collide under the spotlight, there's no going back, only forward into the chaos. And for Yandy and Mendeecees, that chaos has only just begun. So now the question is, was this just a bump in the road, or are we witnessing the final chapter of Yandy and Mendeecees' 20-year love story? Did loyalty finally break under the weight of fame, or is there still hope for a comeback no one saw coming? I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because your opinion matters in this storm. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because trust me, the next twist in this saga is going to blow your mind.